What up, y'all? Your boy Major Dream. We're back. We're back. Didn't go anywhere, really. We're going to talk about this African stimulus. I'm going to talk about this African stimulus for health, environment, and economy, right? And we're going to talk about Lumi coin, or Lumi currency that's provided for this. And remember, there's 6 trillion Lumi. 6 trillion Lumi. Lumi's worth 1 Lumi. Is worth $15.96, and everyone gets 6.26 Lumi per person per month over a 36-month period, equaling roughly $3,600. Oh, that equals $100. Yeah. That equals $3,600 or 225 Lumi. And it's being given out from October 1st, 2020 to October 1st, 2023. Okay. No doubt. Word. That sounds dope. So you're telling me that a nation, a continent that I've never been to is trying to give me money? Where do I sign up? Right? Where do I sign up? Where do I sign up? Like, give it to me, right? Not so quick. So that's the basis where we're at. Now, a couple of stimulations, folks. I don't care how many little babies you got. This ain't for your little babies. This right here is for the age 18 and up. '18 and up. This is good. And it's only for those who are building up okay, 2 things. 18 and above can qualify. And I say 18 as of 2020, as of 2020. These are the people I want to start with. So you had to be 18 as of August 1st, 2020. And we are putting hard stops because we're dealing with crypto now, right? I mean, you'll see why. But we'll do hard stops, okay? At this age, this is the cutoff. So you gotta turn 18 on this date, all right? And because I want people who can get all 3 years worth. Can't get people. I don't want to deal with people who aren't getting the full stipend. It just doesn't necessarily fully make sense. We're not at full power that way. But regardless of which, that's You're not there. And the goal is to build up the king or queendom. All right, so this is Queen Sheba. So we're dealing with a queendom here. Right? I'm just telling you how I want to work with people, who I want to work with. Right? So this is what I'm trying to do here. So y'all understand me. Now, there's 6 trillion Lumi there, and y'all can do what y'all want to do. I'm showing you what I'm doing. All right. So, yeah, the funds will be available for kingdoms partnering with the Eco 6. All right. So their goal is to partner. Okay. So that's really what you have to do. All right. So the goal is, how do we partner with the Eco 6? That's a question. These are good questions, y'all. Like, I love this. This seems like this is going to be my lecture. This is going to be my 90-minute seminar. How do we get into the Lumi and educate people about this? This is great. I love this. That's the basic for it. The funds will be used in priority to stimulate the Pan-African economy for training, entrepreneurship skills, development business, healthcare, social and economic growth, and goods and services. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So the funds, see, all these funds will be used the right way, right? Let's talk about what it's going to be used for. Now the question is, y'all, how many of y'all at home, how many of y'all hearing this feel that you've never necessarily had an opportunity to impact something? How many of y'all have never had a place to really flesh out your ideas because you haven't had the money, you haven't had the connections, you haven't had the power, you haven't been in the right environment? You know, like, this is it. Is this what you want? To really have impact on something bigger than you? Really, how are you going to build legacy? What are you doing right now? Who are you working for? And even if you're working for something like this, these can be the side hustles, because your boy is just strapped with game. Your boy is strapped with deal flow. Your boy is strapped with people wanting to tap in so I can come and help and advise and grow. The continent reached out to me, and I represent you. Trust me on this. This is what you've been waiting for, especially if you're a real entrepreneur, somebody who really wants to impact. And look, let's keep it a bean. With what's going on right now on these grounds of the United States, with the idea and the advent of the truth coming out and how they're treating these arbiters of truth, I think that's what it is. How they're treating these carriers of truth, how they're treating Kanye, how they're treating Kyrie, and how we can look at the information with the same 2 eyes, brain, ears, mouth, that they're looking at. Just assuming that, you know, we're all going to say that we're all this human being, this body, soul, right? And all coming from basically give or take, this Western mindset point of view, and we are seeing something, and we are hearing the same information coming out of the same person's mouth, but everybody's taking it differently. And you're realizing, look, am I going to believe you or my lying eyes and ears? Like, I know what I'm hearing, but how are you taking it like that? And then you want to put this man through this gauntlet to be able to continue working for you while I'm playing a game that I grew up loving and that was supposed to bring me so much joy. And now this is how we're getting treated? How you're railroading me out of business, and then you want the people I was doing business with to keep my intellectual property? To come on, man. Like, this is going on in real time. This isn't a story from back in the day that I can't prove or see the horrible things of. No, this is going on today. And we can see this. So this is what's going on stateside, and we're encouraged to stay here and deal with that? Man, Nah, bro. Hold on. I may have something to. That's tomorrow. Okay. Nah, bro. Nah, this right here to me looks a little more like freedom. These right here looks like that freedom strategies that we talk about. That's what this looks like. Because this isn't about having 3,600. It's not about that. It's about contributing your 3,600 to something that's focused more on group economics. That's what this is all about. This is something funded. This is group economics. Giving by the Queen Sheba, because of your birthright as a diaspora. Because of your birthright. Some of you have never even heard what that means or what that is. That means just by breathing, you get the right to this. This is how you build generational wealth, friends. By tapping in, by getting that information. Now this Lumi is super important because most of you have never had this to contribute to something. Most of you never had that. What I have, and that we'll talk about that in a little bit. But most of you never had this. So the goal here is, what can I contribute? What are you learning right now that is able to contribute? And I'm not just talking about doing likes and selfies and calling yourself a content creator because you're more beautiful than others. No. What are you actually doing? How can you move the needle? Your looks fade. Your popularity is fickle. You know, like your hip hop, your rap songs are talking about drill and killing people. I mean, what are you really doing? Like, I want to talk to those who want to really leave that paradigm and move into something else. You know, like. But actually, hold up, before I even give you that thought, let's talk about what the Lumi is going to be used for. Let's talk about what it's going to be used for. Because that's what you guys need to know. Because the question really is, I just booked the speaking engagement for tomorrow. I mean, apparently I agreed to it a bit ago, but it's tomorrow. They were just reminding me that I have to do. Okay. So the Funds will be available for those partnering with the Eco 6, right? So, let's and this is how, and going through this, I'm also going to teach you how to learn, because I'm sure the question is going to be, what is the Eco 6, right? So let's even do that, right? The Eco 6. So let's go to our all right. So we have a token. I mean, there is a token. There is a currency, which I'm like, bro, oh, look at that. That is beautiful. One Lumi solar bond. So these are bonds. Look at that. That's gorgeous. All right. I'll put that out there. All right. Oh, I can definitely go through that in a bit, but what I really want to know, I really want to go to, is the Eco 6, right? And because I'll do an FAQ in a bit, but of course Jamaica's involved. There we go. And that, my friends, is what we're going to talk about here. So it's really because it's really the body that is important. Like, who is backing this? Because remember this, folks, there's been a lot of people who have made currencies in life. There's a lot of people who have made currencies in life. Every currency really has a lifespan, if you look at it. Many people say that the US dollar is gonna go flat. So what do we back the next currencies on? Is it, is it still like rare minerals? Or can it actually be something that, like a real utility, like the sun and gold? Elon is finding Elon finds a comet. We mine it for gold. We have more. We put gold in a vault through Mamadou and the gift token. We have more. And these are currencies. These are legal tenders. These are things that we use in this world that is currently alive, but you just don't know about. But let's just back it up so I can give you a little bit of information on this. So the new 6th region exchange rate mechanism, right? So first, we want to talk about what is the Eco 6. Right, that's really the deal here, right? So the United Kingdoms of Africa is pleased to provide the reparations to the people with the heritage of Jamaica. Bombaclat. Bro, I'm reading this too. Like, there's a lot of things I just know, but once I really get like the backing, so this is reparations. Damn it. I just messed it. For the peoples of yeah, that's right. Can't make this stuff up, folks. Can't make this stuff up. Eco 6. You go to eco-6.com. It is the United Kingdoms of Africa is pleased to provide reparations to the people of African heritage in Jamaica. Wow. Wow. That makes it easy for me. Really. This makes it way easier for me. That makes it so much easier. So they're saying that I can just work with the diaspora just from my island, just from Jamaica. Mind blown. I didn't realize that. My whole thing has always just been about the entire Caribbean. So even if we're just talking about Jamaica, I realize there's Jamaicans everywhere. So I can tap into Jamaicans everywhere. All right? From the ages of 18 and above. And you have to been 18 from October 1st, 2020. Let's see. Let's see what else we can get of this, because I just love learning in real time. All right. The applicant understands that the information provided herein is for the purposes of assessment in his and her eligibility to receive reparations. No confidential information which you will submit herein to disclose to any third party unless otherwise authorized by you or required by the released according of the African Kingdoms law or required by the African Kingdoms Department of Social Services. All right. For purposes of resolving any dispute, all right? So pretty much they'll get your information, they'll keep it, they're just trying to figure out if you're entitled to this unless you need it to dispute anything, okay? Please provide, oh man, so it's just asking me a bunch of info right now. Dang. You know what? This is the funniest thing is this, because like they're jumping me into this as just like, yo, put your info in, bro. You got this. Not even like put your info in. They're just like, nah, we got you. So, but I'm going to have to put my info in. Right? Okay. So it's just, you know, typical stuff, name, number, birth date. You know, that stuff just to make sure that you're a real person. And remember, my cutoff is boom. Okay. Yeah, man. This is wild. All right, so bang, 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 bang. Okay. Wow. There's a lot of folks. I got that, you know. So I ultimately get a whole wealth of people. There we go. I knew I was born on a Wednesday. And nope. Yep. Hold on. I gotta give them. Hold on, we're doing this real live too. There we are. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm teaching about something that I don't even have full on yet. So there we go. There's nothing like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Because at the end of the day, we all gonna get it. Right? After this, we're all gonna get it, because if I'm on something and I know that it's gonna be beneficial, plus you already know what it is. I ain't gonna let y'all do anything that I haven't done. And you're gonna see me do this in real time. Let me just get my passport details and info. You see me? It's like, let me just get my passport information, mother. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Five, 2, 6, 7. All right. 5, 4, 8, 5, 7, 6, 16. Mm-hmm. Hold on. All right, so we're gonna. Here we go. And to. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. So I just submitted. All right. So and it's simple. You just need to just give an identity who you are. Simple. At the end of the day. Now, I'm Jamaican. Like I said, so if you know me, you know this. I'm Jamaican, and I have a Jamaican family, like full on. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's probably about 100 of us. I can just rip off right now that all have Jamaican descendants. Like I was the first child born in the States, and everybody in my family is Jamaican. At least this first wave, all of us are Jamaican. All right. So my core group of family is me, and I have a daughter, right? My daughter's Jamaican. Her mother's Jamaican. Okay? Born here in the States. So we fall right into this. So if I run off the people in my family, and before we talk about the areas that it has to deal with, just the people in my family. So Eco 6 embodies the people of Jamaica. Right? So that's for sure what I can talk about. That's one thing I know. All right? My girl, Ashe, she just won Miss Trinidad. Her father's Jamaican, her mother's Trini. All right? So she also falls in. Okay, so we talk about me. So I say me, my brother, my sister, my other sister, and my other brother. So there's 5 of us. So if we go by this, and we're all over this age, so if we go by this, so that's 5 people right there alone that's entitled to this 3,600. So that boils down to about, so multiply that by 5, just so I don't do any screwy math. So you got 3,600 times 5. All right? So that's $18,000 between us. Right? That's what we have to contribute. All right? So now let's talk about our kids. You know what I mean? Like I have one. Okay? My my brother's kid is not Jamaican. My brother's kid has a Jamaican father and a Puerto Rican mother, so that don't happen. But my sister's father is Jamaican, and her son is Caribbean. Her son's father is Barbudan, from Barbuda. Right? So that also kind of classifies as part of diaspora, right? But if we want to just do straight Jamaican, So we have one layer that just gets 18,000, right? Which is not bad at all. Okay, for doing nothing, for breathing. So we will take all of this and contribute it back into the system, right? So it can grow. But we have that, right? And then we talk about all the firstborns for the Jamaican immigrants that have come to the island, to this state. And everybody has, because we're a Jamaican community, so we've been with other Jamaicans, right? So it's really me, my brother, my sister, Stephanie, my sister Tiffany, my brother David. All of us are, and actually, funny enough, damn. All right. David and Tiffany's mother, she's Trini, right? So she's not even Jamaican. So if we're talking about real bloodline, Jamaica, right? So there's three of us. So there's me, my brother, my sister Stephanie, my cousin Shantae, my cousin Joel, my cousin Dwayne, right? My cousin Dominique. Okay, so there's 7 of us, right? That's our nuclear family that are all Jamaican backed. And then our parents, right? So my mother and father are dead. So I don't know if I get their thing, given to us, but we'll figure that out. But I have my Auntie Gracie, my Auntie Lana, my Auntie Valerie. So that's 10. My Auntie Karen. We have my cousin Antoine, my cousin Sean, right? So that right there is 13 already, all right? So that's 13 in the Williams clan. All right, so we'll figure, so you have 13 times 3,600. So that's now getting to 46, that's about $50,000. 50,000 that we can contribute to this. So we are entitled to about $50,000. And that's just because I just don't feel like going down the whole thing, because if we talk about my cousin Laurie, her sister Simone, and her parents, but the thing is still, like, her mother's not Jamaican. Her father's Jamaican. So that again, so that's 14. So if I want to just do Jamaican, can't be anything else, no other island, right? Just to make sure that we stay within. Now, when we talk about the diaspora, yes, I get it. But if we just say that this is reparations for peoples of Jamaica, if I want to stay by the strict letter of what this thing is starting to chat about, yeah. And they have a regional headquarters in Kingston. No, what is it? Eswani? Okay, so that's on the continent. So many people are moving on the continent. Chairman Chief Timothy McPherson said the decision to establish our regional headquarters in the Kingdom of Eswani is both practical and symbolic. All right, that's in Southern Africa. Okay, so all right, that's just for that. But let's go back to just the aspect of the Eco 6, right? So after you fill that in, so the new 6th region exchange rate, all right, so the new 6th region exchange rate mechanism, the ERM, for global climate activation, poverty eradication, and sustainable development. All right, and Jamaica, we're dealing with some poverty. Now, trust me, My mother's family in Jamaica. We have enough of them, and everybody's Jamaican. So that number is just stateside people. You know, if I pull up 20 people stateside, simple and easy. But down a yard, this number jumps considerably. Okay? And they'll be happy to know. And the thing is, it's like, it's tough to give people things that they've never had because they're gonna want to use the money rather than build. So it's an interesting thing. You want to make sure, like, because we see the money as an investment, they see the money as life. So we have to figure out how can we do this, right? So yeah, so I think that it's very important. Yeah. Economic Stimulus Act, IRS depiction. This act of Parliament is to provide emergency assistance to African business and individuals affected by the coronavirus. So this is like some coronavirus thing we're going. Dang. Yo. You see what? Yo, let me tell you something. You see why you have to read things? So they set this up for Corona. They created this Lumi to stimulate all of our businesses. And you know how many people didn't even tap into this? So, wow, this is some good stuff. So all of my Jamaicans, for sure, as well as diaspora, but you know, my Jamaicans out there, this is something that's very important for us to know. Okay, so we are all right. So what can we use this money for? Because we can't just use it for anything. Can't just use it for anything. All right. These funds are to be used for the Pan-African people, right? For the economy, of training, all right, entrepreneurship, right? For entrepreneurship first, all right? Skills development, okay? Business, healthcare, social impact, and goods and services. Okay. Yep. All right, so there was a treaty established in August 2019. So the Economic Community of States, Territories, and Realms of the African Diaspora, 6th region, that was established in a treaty of August 1st, 2019. So this, just so that you know, this was established in a treaty that focused on the African diaspora, right? So it's a treaty that was focused on the African diaspora in the region. in the 6 regions. So that was created August 1st, 2019. Okay. You understand? You overstand. So let's talk about this now. So let's back it up. Let's back it up. Let's take this down so you get me. All right? So, the African stimulus package was created for health, environment, and economy. Right? What did they do? They created the Lumi. They created 6 trillion Lumi. Right? Each Lumi is worth $15.96. What do you get? Every month, you're allowed to get 6.26 Lumi per person per month. It equals about $100. What does that mean? After 36 months, which is the actual date that they're giving out Lumi, so this is like doing airdrops, you get 3,600 US dollars, the equivalent, or 225 Lumi. No matter how you feel about the US dollar or not, it's something that we've been indoctrinated with. All right? We've been indoctrinated with. So you see, how do you get in? There is a sign up. There's a sign up package. There's a sign up fee here. It's something that you're signing up for. And hold on here, because I'm supposed to probably be on a call. Hold on here. Jeez. Hold on here, because my thing is, because you know my mind works really fast. You give me one thing, we're gone, man. We're gone. Everybody wants to, because my thing is this, man. If I can get access to this and people see my proposal and say, all right, cool, I'll give you your people. Crush this. Anyhow, but, so this is what we're talking about. So, this is what we are about. So we're using our African stimulus package to focus on health, environment, and economy, right? We have the 6 trillion Lumi. Each are worth almost $16. We get 6.25 Lumi per month per person. It's about $100, 36 months over this period of time. Who are we giving it to? People of, the African diaspora that fall within that ECO 6 designation of who is the African diaspora, right? You have to be age of 18. This is just me by this date. All right? Age of 18 as of 10/1/20. That's for me. And we're focusing on building up the queendom for Queen Sheba with those who partner into this. And I'll give a wider breadth, and I can just say those from a wider breadth, and just say those from the CARICOM. All right, from the CARICOM nations. All right, so the ECO 6 was a treaty that started in August of 2019, and it's focused on the reparations for the people of Jamaica. So this is why I tell these foundational Black Americans that I'm not trying to deal with y'all fight. I never necessarily felt that reparations was my conversation to have from the United States, because I identify as a Jamaican. All right? So it's not really about my fight for you and your reparations, because we have our own from people who want to give it to us. And this is a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. If I wanted to do all the 6 trillion for the people of Jamaica, we're gone, man. We're gone. So, but with that being said, with that all being said, we are to use the funds in any one of these ways here. Entrepreneurship, skill development, businesses, healthcare, social impact growth, and goods and services. So, you ask, how do I get involved? What do I get involved? Well, at the end of the day, you have to submit the application, legitimize yourself. So I feel like I'm also all of a sudden being racist, just by thinking that if I can work with Jamaicans fully, full-blooded Jamaicans, 100% Jamaicans that come from, so 100% mother and father are of Jamaican heritage, that definitely are on the island, but mainly because I want to make sure that I'm able to communicate the right ways, not just by knowing English, but by having at least a mindset that we can all come from. So the island for sure, but those from the USA, the UK, and Canada. All right. And then we'll also, because you have to understand this is not just about stimulating people. It's about stimulating the economy. You see me? So in certain cases, you can give people money and they're just going to spend it in the economy. Or you give people that build the economy money and they can build up the economy and employ people. Right? So there's a couple of ways one can go with it. But I need the people who are willing to take this money and don't need to spend it. You see me? Because if I'm talking to people that don't have, as soon as you give them the money, I'm gone with it, right? And they're not necessarily going to be doing the things that are needed to future-proof ourselves. And that's the biggest thing. It's going to take sacrifice. Remember, this right here, yeah, it may be pitched as African stimulus, and you may feel that it's for now because you're going through the pain. But this right here is how we build generational wealth and use group economics to buy back the block. You know how many people in Brooklyn? You know how many kids, are Harvard grads? How many Jamaicans are Harvard grads from Jamaican parents? How many Jamaican doctors that are out there, that are in Canada, the UK, and the like, who don't necessarily need this money, but who will contribute the money. They will claim it and can contribute it. That right there is the people that I'm looking for. Again, I am not telling you that you can't do it and work for the rest of the people because they need the help. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to work with people who can claim their Lumi, pick one of these couple boxes to deploy their Lumi into, and allow the Lumi to work. Allow these areas to be focused on by those who have the time, the energy, the expertise, the wherewithal, the influence to make it make sense. Mamadou and these folks, because Mamadou is of the continent. He's Cameroon. But I just know this. I'm Jamaican. So This is very important to me. All right, so let's go through this one more time so that you know it and I know it. So in 2019, treaty was signed that created the ECO6, which ratified this treaty with the IRS. Okay, so this is real and it's recognized. These were established as reparations for the peoples of Jamaica. And look, I know a ton of people that deal with this, that fall under this. But again, the goal is for them to sign up. And when they sign up, the pledge is to pledge your 3 years worth, your 36 months worth of Lumi into these pools. So I'm looking for all of the doctors out there. I'm looking for all of the engineers, entertainers. So the doctors, the engineers, the computer scientists, the entrepreneurs. The entertainers. And the hustlers, aka entrepreneurs. Those are one and the same. But the thing is that even if you get illicit money, but your background is Jamaican fully, if you're in prison or not, you get access to this. So the goal is to acquire all of this so that way we can lump it all together for group economics and get involved in these. Build businesses, allow these things to work. So that way you can at least leave your family something. This is not about you right now. You are the impetus. You are the beginning. But this isn't necessarily about you. We need you for this, but it's not for you to spend now. We are future-proofing ourselves. So we have 6 trillion Lumi broken down over this, so you're entitled to your 3,600 given that you fall in between these dates. We're here to be partnered with the Queendom of Queen Sheba, focused on these ECO6 folks, which is Jamaica. So I'm tapping into the US, UK, and Canadian Jamaicans, right, from the diaspora. So those who are doing well, who can claim their Lumi and deploy it within these sectors. Okay? I hope that makes some sense. Okay? The areas of entrepreneurship, skill development, business, healthcare, social impact growth, and goods and services. Consumer goods and services. Skill development. Upskilling yourself. Entrepreneurship. People coming with ideas, creating hackathons, and so, building new businesses up, so giving loans out for businesses. Healthcare. This is very important. Mental health care. How are we going to take care of that? Especially on the island, like Jamaica. All right. That's what we're on. That's what we're there on.